Good day, everyone. I'm forecaster Mark Spencer from NeoWeather.com with your forecast for Thursday, December 20th, 2012. Will be cloudy early today with rain this afternoon and this evening. Here comes the snow tonight into Friday. And will we have a white Christmas? Get all the details and more starting right now. Taking a look at the NeoWeather 3D Max Doppler network this morning. Well, we do have some activity on the radar, and we have more even off to the west we'll take a look at in a minute. For this morning, though, clouds, that's going to be the case for today. We'll have this rain that's pretty much along the Ohio-Indiana border right now. That'll be here by sometime this afternoon. I think it's going to take a little bit to get here. We're probably looking at after the lunch hour before it actually does indeed move into the area. But as you can see, some of the yellows and the reds can be heavy from time to time. And I can't rule out a rumble of thunder possible, because this is basically the warm front part of the system that's moving through. So you could maybe hear a rumble of thunder or two. That'd be about it as those temperatures warm up, pushes that cold air out of here. Temperatures this morning, they didn't go too far last night. We're mainly in the upper 30s across the area. We're at 40 downtown Cleveland, 38 at Cleveland Hopkins, 39 Akron Canton, 36 at Youngstown, 37 Ashtabula and Worcester, and 39 Lorena Elyria, 38 Mansfield, and we're also at 40 in Dover, New Philadelphia. So a pretty, if you want to say, mild morning, if you will, compared to the average this time of year. Let's take a look and see what's going on across the rest of the country. Well, we'll say the East Coast is quiet for now because it pretty much is. That's not the weather story. The weather story is, yeah, look off to the west towards Chicago. Yeah, this is a pretty big, intense system here. We have low pressure pretty much centered right around the Chicago area, and plenty of rain ahead of the system. That's the warm front. And then we have a very strong cold front behind the system. Some of this is wrapping around as rain. The rest of it is the snow, where that cold air is making it the changeover occur. Some of it's moderate to heavy in places, and there's some blizzard warnings out there as well. Not only do we have the snow to deal with, we also have the wind. So the wind's going to increase here today too. There is a wind advisory in effect. We'll get to the advisories in just a moment. But lots of snow for the Midwest here, and even into the northern part of lower Michigan. And some places you can see quite a bit out there. We'll take a look at our snowfall estimates here in just a couple of moments. Real quick, across the rest of the country, this long front here is also producing showers and storms down into the middle of Mississippi Valley and down into the Gulf Coast states. We have a tornado watch in effect for parts of the area. A couple tornado warnings out in southern Alabama this morning. A bunch of severe thunderstorm warnings along that very strong line. So it's a very potent system here that is moving across the country. So you're going to see severe weather to the south, you're going to see rain and snow to the north, and hey, look behind it. There's not much going on right now, but look at the cold air behind it. Yeah, it gets all the way down into Texas, 28 there in western Texas. We got a -10 in northern North Dakota at Minot Air Force Base. So it's pretty cold. It's going to get colder here too. We're going to notice a cool down, and we'll have all the details in our 7-day forecast coming up in just a moment. Taking a look at the Almanac for today, the high yesterday was 41, the low was 37. Our average high is 37, the average low 25. Our record high on this day 62, record low -4. We added 0.05 of an inch of rainfall for yesterday. We're about 2¼ inches for the month and almost 43 inches for the year. Sunrise is at 7:49 a.m. and sunset at 5 p.m. Alright, want to take a look at this big snowstorm. It's going to affect us tonight into tomorrow. And it animated on its own there. But basically what's going to happen is we're going to see rain come in with a warm front today. And as we saw on the radar there, then we're going to see rain change to snow, behind it tonight, and snow into Friday. And after that, there we have this lake effect snow in the snow belt, primarily Friday night into Saturday morning. I really don't think the lake effect event is going to last extremely long. We get a ridge of high pressure that moves in on Saturday fairly quickly, and that's going to start drying out the mid-levels of the atmosphere, and that's going to put an end to that lake effect snow. So we'll have to watch it closely. And we're going to take a look at the snowfall estimates now. Now keep in mind, these are preliminary. This could change later today. I want to advise you to stay on our Facebook fan page throughout the day. I may put out another graphic this afternoon with a better estimate
of snowfall. But for right now, this is what we're looking at here. Right, I upped them a little bit here. Now we're looking at 5 to 9 inches in the snow belt locally, especially in the higher ground. You could see a couple inches more with the snowfall. So you could be looking at 10, 11 inches if you live on top of a hill. A little bit inland. The higher amounts will be inland, closer to the lake. You're not going to see quite as much. For mainly the secondary snowbelt, I'm thinking 3 upwards to 6 inches in some spots. I think the higher amounts will be the northern part of Summit County, and that's going to be about it. Otherwise, 3 to maybe 4 or 5 inches in other spots. 1 to 3 outside of that if you get to our western and southern part of our area. So when that snow comes in, overnight tonight or later this evening, that's going to drop about 1 to maybe upwards of 3 inches there, and these totals do include that. So it's not going to be too much. I think it'll actually be on the lower end of things. The bulk of the snow is going to come from the lake effect snow. Again, stay tuned to our fan page. We'll probably update this later today as some of the later data comes in. Alright, want to go over some watches and advisories right now. There is a winter weather advisory for the western part of our area, the extreme western counties, for a few inches of snow. Mainly the big issue there is the wind and the blowing and drifting snow. That's going to be the big issue. There is a wind advisory across the entire coverage area from noon today through 4 p.m. on Friday. Winds will be out of the south around 20 to 30 miles per hour. Gusts to 40 miles per hour are possible. Could even see a few gusts a little bit higher than that. That'll make driving a little bit tricky. Also, we have a winter storm watch in effect for our lake effect counties, our Cuyahoga, Lake Geauga, and Ashtabula County. Mainly this is probably going to be eastern Cuyahoga for the most part. This is from late this evening through Saturday evening. Gusty west winds of 25 to 35 miles per hour, could gust up to 50 at times. Again, we're looking at 5 to 9 inches of snow possible with locally higher amounts, especially in the higher ground. We're also going to see some blowing and drifting of snow. That's why we have the winter storm watch instead of a lake effect snow advisory or lake effect snow watch, is because of the winds. It's going to be very windy. We're going to get some snow. It's going to blow. It's going to drift. It's also going to reduce the visibility. So if you're going to be driving, you want to be very, very careful. Allow for plenty of extra travel time. The roads could be a little bit tricky and the visibility is going to be a little bit tough. So slow down and take your time out there if you're going to be driving. Alright, taking a look at the forecast for today. We're going to call it cloudy with rain building in this afternoon. Our high will be 48 degrees as a warm front lifts north through the area. Winds will generally be out of the southeast at 25 to 30 miles per hour this afternoon. Again, you could see gusts a little bit higher than that. We'll start the day off at 8 a.m. with cloudy skies and around 36 or around 40 by 11 a.m. with cloudy skies. The rain begins to build in around 2 p.m. and 44, and rain will definitely be in the area by 5 p.m. will be around 43 degrees. Overnight tonight, we're going to see mainly rain changing to snow. Our low will drop to 27. That'll be by the morning. Winds will generally be out of the southwest at 15 to 25 miles per hour. They'll start veering to the west towards the morning. We'll have rain at 7 p.m. and around 42. Much the same at 9 and 41. By about midnight, the rain and snow will begin to mix. And pretty much by daybreak, we're going to have snow showers. It'll be right around 31 at 4 a.m., dropping again to around 27 by the morning. Alright, taking a look at the next 7 days. A bit of a tricky forecast. For Friday, we have snow showers, a good bet. Again, we looked at that snowfall map there. 34 will be our high. Snow continues Friday night and into Saturday. That lake effect snow will be ending through the morning, and by afternoon, I think it'll be pretty much done. 32 will be our high. Sunday, we dry out and quiet down. Partly cloudy at 33 degrees. Mostly cloudy Christmas Eve and 31. For Christmas Day, partly cloudy, chilly, 32. Christmas Eve, that evening, Monday night there, we could see maybe an isolated snow shower or two as a weak disturbance kind of passes off to our south. It'll be chilly enough. Might just get a little bit of moisture here to spark a few snow showers. That'll be about it. No big deal there. And for your Wednesday, well, this one's kind of in question here. I'm going with 37 for a high, a rain-snow mix possible. The models are indicating another big snowstorm that wants to develop by the middle of next week. Primarily, the big day for us would be Thursday. We'll have to keep an eye on it and see what happens with that. So definitely do stay tuned for all of the latest on this storm coming up this evening and into tomorrow, and the storm for next week. I'm forecaster Mark Spencer. Thank you for watching. Stay up to date with the latest weather at neoweather.com. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. neoweather.com, Ohio's home for weather.